US dollar is the world currency and is used in international trades. Like for example, when the US lowers interest rates, the Malaysia ringgit appreciates, right? And significantly impacting exporters who price their goods in dollars. And on top of that, when the US cut rates, it means that the interest of the money left in the US will decrease. So to earn a higher profits, global investors will seek opportunities in other countries. Am I right? And leading to a substantial, a very huge increase in circulation of currency to the worldwide. And with investment, company gains cash, which enable them to expand their production and also ultimately increase the wages and hiring. And I know that a lot of scholars may feel confused. And the Federal Reserve just cut by 50 basis points. And the interest rates are still high at 5%, right? Which is higher than most of the country, including Malaysia. Now, so why did the foreign capital start investing in Malaysia even before the Fed's rate cuts? Why? And how could so much money leave immediately? All right, this principle is actually very straightforward. Global investors primarily focus on expectations, right? People are focusing on expectation. They invest for the future. So once the Federal Reserve enters a rate cutting cycle, it signals that the rates will likely to continue to decline over the next 1 to 2 years. Then if you don't act today, the Fed might implement a significant cuts next month, such as like a 100 basis point reduction. And when during at that point, your returns could shrink rapidly. And this is why, to reduce the risk, smart money starts deploying into Asia's market before even the Fed cuts rates. So once the cuts are confirmed, a large amount of capitals will flow out. And right now, in this moment, we have the chance to seize these opportunities for exponentially very big profits growth in the current and our test phases, right? All right, does everyone understand and see how this works? If yes, give me some response. All right. Okay, let's take a look at our next slide. All right, as you can see on the KLSE. Let me explain this in a while, okay? Now, I just want to show you that we can predict future market trends based on historical data. And looking at the monthly candlestick chart, this is the monthly candlestick chart of the KLCI index. Now, we can see that the Federal Reserve cut rates in January 2001, right? And January 2001. So when they cut January 2001, the KLCI index begin to rise from 540, right? From about here. This is, when is this? This is January 2001. And this is a monthly chart, okay? Monthly chart at violet. Which means that white candlesticks present 1 month. And from this, as you can see, when it cuts the interest rates and it rising for 540 points in March 2001 and reach how much? It reached 1,460 points by the end of 2007, which means that an increase of 2.8 times over 6 years. And meanwhile, let's talk about SSE market. SSE market, this is SSE market, okay? This is from right here, which is from 1,000. Okay, let's take it as 1,000 points. And this is during 2005, and it climbed all the way up to 6,100 points. Over here, 6,100 points by October 2007, which means that more than tripling in just 2 years. All right, you get the concept here. So smart money is once again deploying into Asian markets. And the impact of the Federal Reserve rate cuts on Asian market is mainly reflecting in boosting market confidence, prompting economic growth, and attracting a lot of foreign investment. So after the rate cuts, the increase in dollars liquidity leads to a global investor to prefer a higher yield asset, and the Asian Pacific stocks market, with their relatively high investment returns and a very stable economic environment right now, have become very favorable by investment destination for foreign capitals, for foreign money. All right, so again, now following the starts of the Federal Reserve rate cut cycles, the Malaysia stocks market is expected to continue rising despite fluctuation. And for the SSE market, it's currently undervalued and is attracting increasing foreign investment into it. So in our first phase of our unique trading plan, we will be focusing on partnering with renowned institutions for gold mining investment in the China stocks market. All right. Okay, now, again, in the atmosphere of the rising of US and Asian stocks market, now the Malaysia stocks market followed suit on Friday with a gap up opening, right, and maintaining a narrow sideways oscillation throughout the day, and up closing with a small gains, right, and leaving a gap informations. So this is on Friday, and this indicates that the upward trends of Malaysia stocks market remain intact, with a clear intention for future further upwards momentum, and it's highly likely that it will continue to rise next week. All right, and right now, as I keep on mentioning, with the Federal Reserve interest rate cuts, as Malaysia stocks market is expected to enter a new round of increase. Now, given the uncertainty surrounding the US president election, Malaysia geopolitical naturally position it to well handle any potential external policy changes after the election, which is also a key reason for the continuous net inflow of foreign capitals over the past few weeks. Understand? Which means that no matter the election outcome, Malaysia are able to handle. All right, and you can see now, right here, for the short-term targets of TLCI index is to break through 1,680, which is break through this level, and then the next target will be at here, 1,700. The next target after breaking through 1,680. So after 1,680, next target will be 1,700. And for now, the support level is below at 1,658. All right, here. So now, as the Federal Reserve cuts rates and the dollar depreciates, a strong ringgit will also benefit the consumption, utilities, finance, and technologies sectors. And another thing, according to our data and dimensional research department, and also our AI system, the returns from Malaysia data center projects will be released very soon. Now, which is well further driving growth in construction, driving in building materials, real estate sectors, And on Friday, the utilities and real estate sectors led the gain, right? While the construction and technology sectors were the leaders on Thursday. And which means that both of these days demonstrating that the inflows of foreign capital is still concentrated in these sectors. That's why I keep mentioning these sectors should be watched out for buying opportunities on their ticks. All right? Okay, everyone understand the opportunities here for us and understand why is it so important to us. Well, if you have, then give me some response. Okay, very good. All right, now in our part 3, let's talk about, right now we are talking about our bonus plan. Okay, now our bonus plan has been active for 7 trading days. Right now, with funds flowing into emerging market, the bonus plans continue to amplify profit during the rate cutting cycles, right? And additionally, we also continuously enhance the profits of our members at different levels based on their investment and profit growth needs. All right, and let's take a look. Okay, now let's take a look and summarize our last week operation, our whole last week operations. And as you can see, for this, our premium trading stocks 0.02693 Hainan Shuangzhen, it had a 3 consecutive limits up day, right? And achieving our expected profits. And as you can see here, now after selling on Friday, we also bought back in afternoon through a share matching trading. And for this, Hainan Shuangzhen has already recorded 6 consecutive limit up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So as I mentioned earlier, we have already enhanced the trading market's value and also our influence of dimensional in institution sectors through our phase 2, our beautiful execution and our smooth layout and our phase 2 premium trading. And this is why right now for our phase 3, our bonus plan, we are strategically position ourselves with premium trading stocks in a relay race format. Understand? And such as like previously, like our stocks for Shenzhen Huaxiang, right, and Corson Technology, we can only get transfer shares to us after a several limit ups, right? And which means like after, I remember at that time, which is after 4th limit up, then you only get transfer. But for now, due to our increased influence, we could buy this particular company, Hainan Shuangzhen, right at the first limit up, right? And this boost in our trading volume also allow us to engage in more core institution transaction, which is going to give us yielding higher profits and a greater operational space. And for this Hainan Shuangzhen, which is going to be like Shenzhen Huaxiang, and I have talked about this before, right, in our previous class, it has already now, right now, forms the patterns of shares refilling in the air. This is like share refilling in the air, right? And indicating that there is a very little resistance above and mild losing of shares at the bottom, right? As you can see, no losing, the shares at the bottom doesn't decrease, which is what I'm suggesting, which is suggesting that an additional 20% up to 40% upside potential. And if I have previously teach all of you this in class, how to look at this, right? No dance, no. So congratulations to scholars who have joined this and scholars who have already positioned in Highlands function on Friday. You all should wait patiently await for our assistant notice for profit taking. All right? And once again, congratulations. So the narrative which is Monday, when the market is open, we will engage in premium trading. But however, I want to emphasize the our scholars that with the Federal Reserve rate cuts, trading opportunities will significantly decrease as we approach to the end of the third quarter. Understand? And our partner institution also will focus more research in preparation for third quarter strategies. And this is also the reason why every trading opportunities now is very precious. And I encourage that everyone to seize these opportunities to enhance your operations capabilities and your execution, and preparing for the upcoming FaceVal joint layup. All right, and as I mentioned before, in our very joint market maker 1.0, in our joint market maker 1.0, 2.0, and also 3.0, I mentioned that these trades were not truly joint layups, but a preparation for team allocation. So we strengthen execution capabilities and screen quality scholars and allocate team based on each trading habits. So right now, each trader will have assessment requirements, right? And in the next phase of our true institution joint layout market makers, we will be divided into 4 teams, and each will be different deployment and profit potential, which I will explain in detail in our upcoming courses. All right? Don't make you guys confused first. And on Friday, stocks was listed in SSE market. So let's take a look at its performance here, right? The stocks, which is 603091, and is successfully listed on SSE market. And although its rise was below our expectation, it still reached a maximum increase of 75%, right? Here, about 75%. And I could say that these profit margins remain significant. And it only took 8 trading days from the subscription day all the way to the stock's listing to achieve such high returns, which is a hard matters with other trades, right? 50% to 75%, which is good for 8 days, which is very good as well. Some people couldn't make it in 1 month. Some people couldn't make it in half a year. Some even couldn't make it in 1 year, right? Now, new IPO companies often have a very strong fundamentals, including a solid business model, market position, very good market position, great management team, and beautiful financial health. And these factors instill confidence into investors regarding the company future, which is the main reason why the stocks went up, which is driving the stock price up, especially for those new IPOs that have already shown good performance before their listing, such as like we are talking about the net profits growth and increase in revenue. All right? I'm clear, right? And this type of positive performance signal enhance all the investor confidence, which is further pushing up the stock price, right? And additionally, if the IPOs aligns with or slightly below market expectation, the potential for the profits increase post-listing will be relatively large, as investors find such price attractive, right? And they are willing to buy at a higher level. Understand? And for this week, I expected another IPO to list, which is wireless media company with an issue price below 10 CNY, which is this, all right? Oh, not this one. This one is another one. I'm talking about wireless media companies, and the issue price is below 10 CNY. All right, and however, the specific date has not yet been announced. So, but anyhow, I would like to congratulate scholars who are lucky enough to secure the shares, as this is a new stock on Chinex Box, and it has the lowest issue price currently. So, which means 10 CNY only. So, when I talk about 10 CNY, it has a very good big rooms to further increase. And we are going to look forward for this post-listing returns. All right? And I truly believe that this company will have a very beautiful returns on its first day of listing. All right, and how about Malaysia? For Malaysia, currently, two Malaysia stocks available for subscription, which is Crash Group Berhad and KHP2 Holding Berhad. All right, and the Crash Group Berhad's issue price is 0.35, while the KHPT Holdings Berhad, which is 0.20 in 0.2 cents, right? And both are listed in Asian market, and the expected increase in the range of 30% up to 50%. All right, understand? And for Crash Group mainly specialize in providing image. All right, now providing imaging, analytical, testing solution for quality inspection, sample analysis, R&D, serving various sectors industry in semiconductors, and also electrical and electronics, and automotive industry. So the group also offers after-sales technical support and for after-sales maintenance, which the operation is not only in Malaysia, which is also in China, in Malaysia, in Thailand, in Singapore. All right, and what about KHPT's Holding Berhad? This company is specializing in producing and supply automotive parts to local manufacturers and tier 1 suppliers, which is including major brands players like Perdua and Bopcom, right? And this week, only new stocks IPOs can subscribe on SSE market, and further highlighting its reality because due to the reduced supply, as I mentioned before, and for this result, for this company, I'm talking about this company right now. All right, for this 301618 Chunleung New Materials Technology, it will be announced tomorrow, and with the listing expected to be around at September 30th. Yes, and this New Materials Technologies, it is specialized in R&D, and its products are primarily used in textile printing industry, right? And showing a strong market shares and brand influence. So as you can see, I also put the expectations increase, which is going to be around 120%. All right. Yes, and another thing, which is the direct private placement for stocks 600690, Higher Smart Term, Higher Electronics Group, right? Has a placement price of our 12.24 CNY, and based on Friday closing, which is 27.23 CNY, and the holding profits, which right now, which is 122.4%. And for this higher, the stock's price rises, the holding profits continue to increase. Okay, everyone clear on this? If yes, give me some response. right. So this part, I'm going to talk about our study towards PD trading camp. Okay. Take a look at here. So now, every single scholars who participate in our training camp will actually gain significant benefits. And I can confidently say here right now, for those joining us, you can access very valuable resources and potentially secure new collaborations for your business. Who knows, right? And if you're looking to meet more friends or connect with industry leaders and engage in a deep discussion about economic development trends, and this is a very fantastic opportunities. And all we are providing everything for you. So many participants have already previously met with me, right, in last year and this year. So now some have even discussed current investment opportunities through calls or even video calls, right? And to provide these new scholars this year and also our returning scholars of previously with a deeper communication opportunities and also to help everyone to build your networks, right? We are holding a training camp activities each season. So I really hope that all scholars will participate and expand your connection, and you can engage face-to-face with elites from foreign institutions to enhance your investment thinking, to understand more about investment. And during the training camp, I and also Dimensional will invite leading medias and industry experts to join in. And if you want to take photo with me at a time, or even to have face-to-face conversations, or even to expand your networks, please don't miss out this chance. Try to make it. And of course, I understand some of you may be busy, but try to schedule this, as this may change your life. And this is a very good opportunity to attend. And I'm aiming to make this training camp a very grand investment feast. And the training camp will be held from October 20th all the way to October 25. And this is going to be in Shanghai, in China, okay, which is the financial centers of China. So participants interested, you are all scholars who are interested in joining, you guys should remember to contact our assistant to register and arrange your schedules in advance. Then everything is going to be provided from Dimensional, all right? If you receive this message and understand, please give me some response. All right? Okay, while you all give me a response, I want to continue to discuss the institution collaboration action in our fourth phase of our elite trading plan. Okay, now the major focus of this layout is under various stocks in SSE market, and it will require all scholars to cooperate sincerely, as this initiative will not only maximize Dimensional interest, but also it will enable everyone to achieve a double returns. And additionally, we will learn through professionals control techniques, such as how to dominate the stocks, acquire low price shares through diversified trading, precise price control, and attracting retail investors. So again, now learning how to legally and reasonably achieve firm control of a stocks is very important for us as an outstanding investor. So with the one set of the US rate cut cycling, right? Rate cutting cycles right now, global wealth will undergo a significant reshuffling. And seize this opportunity to advance into a higher tier depends on our action. in our fourth quarters of unique trading plans and also our institutional collaborations, the joint layout. Now, this initiative will focus us on strength. Undervalued stocks in SSE must be burst, it must be strong and undervalued, right? So right now, the China stocks market is the second largest in the world and is offering a wealth of investment options, and particularly in flourishing sectors such as sectors of technologies, artificial intelligence, clean energy, and electric vehicles sectors. And on top of that, with substantial, huge institutional funds flowing into China assets after the US rate cuts, this emerging industry will provide very plentiful of wealth opportunities. So, in our upcoming courses, I will introduce the control methods and interpretations for each key point, all right? And each day, I will encourage everyone to dedicate an hour of learning in the class to acquire very useful knowledge and to enhance investment returns. All right, and this is my fundamental guarantee to all of you. Okay. All right, now we come into our part number 5. And for this part, we will continue discussing the institution trading strategy of the 8-wave cycle. And these 8-wave cycles will prepare us for the upcoming joint position in SSE market. All right? Okay, now, let me first explain the characteristic and the patterns of the 8-wave cycles. Now, as shown in this diagram, okay, let's take a look at this part first. Now, the first subwave refers to initial wave during an upward trend and typically happening at the end of prolonged downtrends or a correction. And trend volume increase, and as you can see, the stock price begins to rise, but the magnitude of the subwave increase is often small here. And let me tell you, this happens at the bottom, last of the short duration, and it has a limited upwards height. And this is indicating that the all hands have already finished unloading their position, and while new investors are entering to accumulate shares at this part, and causing the stock price to stop falling and rebound from the bottom. Understand? Now let's take a look at the next slide. Okay, now take a look here and relate to the diagram. This is the second part. Just now, this is the first subwave. And right now we are entering the second subwave. Okay, take a look at here. Let's go through it together. The second subwave refers to a correction wave. As you can see, it went down, which means that a correction wave. And I previously explained this. And following the first subwave, and which means that after the subwave begin, investors generally believe that the rebound has ended and rush into exiting over here and leading to a deeper adjustment. However, it typically does not drop below the starting point of the first wave, which means that it don't drop. Let me just draw for you. Which means that the lowest of here, it don't drop below here. Understand? Which means that it typically does not drop below the starting point of the first subwave. So as this wave approaches its end, trading volume gradually decrease and the stock's price stopped falling, which is stopped falling right here. And entering a consolidation phase within a certain price range. And the active correction is limited with noticeable decrease in volume and forming a W or even a head and shoulder bottom patterns with the right side of the bottom elevated, right? And now let's take a look at the third. Now we are right now we are talking about the third subwave, okay? So, okay, now, for the third subwave refers to the phase after the adjustment of the second subwave, where the stock price stopped falling, and enter stock varying and investor confidence increased, right? And investors realized that the market trends has begun to strengthen and actively enter the market, resulting in a strong upward subwave. So this subwave often features gaps openings accompanied by high trading volume. Will come with high trading volume right now, and it not only breaks through the highest point of the first subwave, but easily surpasses multiple layers of resistance that a previously seems to difficult to overcome. Understand? Which means that eventually at the third wave, it will overtake the first wave highest point. It will go higher, right? As it goes higher. Right over here is already overtaken, right? And this increase is typically the largest through the entire upward cycles, which means that the third subwave, which is going to be the highest, the largest increase, the strongest momentum, and the trajectory of the third wave usually develops into continuing ascending wave. And this is the stronger wave, lasting the longest, with significant upward movement and greatly increased trading volume, and frequently exhibit gaps that are substantial with minimal retracements. And which means that wave number 3, which is the strongest, all right? Understand? If yes, give me some response. Okay, after the third wave, we are talking about the fourth wave. This is the fourth wave, right? Let's go through this together. Fourth wave subwave refers to an adjustment following the third subwave, which means adjustment, it go down. And the magnitude of this adjustment is usually not significant. It's small, as you can see, it's small, right? So it represents an ordinary profit-taking phase. And while the market continues to experience upwards buying pressure, the lowest point of this subwave will clearly be higher than the highest point of the first subwave, which means here will be higher than number 1 wave, right? And the pattern involves into a complex variable manner, with the lowest point serving as a strong support levels at the downwards 3 wave. Understand? Simple to understand, right? Now, okay, after the fourth wave, we talk about the fifth wave. Now, this is the fifth wave, right? As you can see, fifth wave, this is the fifth wave. Now, when it's fifth wave, the fifth wave refers to the phase of the stock's price increase upwards. The momentum is no longer strong. And the absence becomes lower, and the duration of this subwave is also relatively long. And in terms of the increase, the fifth subwave is generally smaller than the third subwave, and its peak may even be lower than the third subwave, and resulting in what is known as a fail wave. The market becomes calmer with significant divergence in indicators, often leading to a fail wave. Alright, and now we talk about after the ABC. Okay, here the ABC. Now, as you can see on one. Alright, as you can see on this diagram, let's take a look at, in diagram, there are A, there are B and C. There are subwave of A, B, C, right? After the fifth wave, which I have also talked about previously. Now, the beginning of the subwave actually marks the end of an uptrend, which means that start from this A is marking the end of an uptrend, which means that it's ending. Here is ending on an uptrend. And initially, investors generally perceive it as an adjustment to fifth wave and do not realize that the market has already shifted direction. A lot of people don't understand that this is the shift of direction, and therefore the decline in this subwave is not very large. And let's talk about here Evans. And now subwave is often experiencing significant price drop and frequently accompanied by increased volume in a bearish trend. So in contrast, the rebound of the subwave usually has low trading volume and is typically large chance for buyers. And because of the decline in subwave is not substantial, so some people may think that it start off, look at here, okay, it start off the subwave B signals has beginning of an upward trend, but underlying market conditions do not support a rise in the price. So the upward momentum is weak. And as you can see in the B, the market still feels very cautious, right? As it went up a little bit and with limited aggressive actions from the bulls. So that's why it couldn't go up by a lot. It went up by just a little bit. So often it's down right here. Now, C, subwave is the final subwave. For here is the final wave and is characterized by sharpest decline. And it typically has the largest drop and the longest duration, and additionally, the most destructive impact. So the subwave is generally accompanied by massive trading volume as an institutional investor and large funds sell off their remaining position regardless of the cost. They have to exit here, definitely, regardless of the cost. And this will indicate panic selling, right? Filling with what spreads this disappointment in market developments. And there is a significant divergence in indicators. And the destructive potential should not be underestimated, with trading volume shrinking to extreme low levels. So you will have also to exit no matter what if you are under this condition. All right, everyone understand? If yes, give me some response. Okay, now, in the application of the wave strategy system in practical operations, we need to pay attention to these following points, okay? This 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, let's talk about our first point first. High accuracy. In practice, there is a considerable level of accuracy, right? And if you can identify which major wave and which is subwave that you are currently in, then we can predict the next movement direction and take the timely buying or selling action. Like just now I mentioned, if you are in the waves, subwave of C, then you should exit, right? And if you're in the subwave of 3, then you are able to check and see. Or even you are in wave 5, then it will be good. You can buy at wave 4. Understand? So the complexity in wave divisions, there are also some obvious challenges. And these divisions of wave can be quite difficult, as we must contend with multiple layers nature of wave and their complex shapes. All right, and for third, the wave forms, the special waveforms. Wave can exhibit special forms such as like extended wave, field waves, and diagonal triangle, right? All these. And number 4, consideration of wave characteristic. The multiple layers and multi-shaped natures of wave, along with the resulting complexity in analyzing, requires a very careful consideration of factors such as like wave structures, the height of the upwards or the dive as the downward wave. So whether the wave has strange shape and the trends and the patterns of the subwave. And let me remind, it's also as essential to integrate trading volume and use other indicators analysis methods for comprehensive assessment. Understand? Don't just look at a week. And of course, I understand that today technical lectures is more complex, and I'm aiming to help scholars to get a better understanding to navigate all your departments in a fast pace of our institution joining up. But take it slow, learn day by day. All right, now that's all about tonight. And currently, you are able to participate in subscription for new IPOs in Malaysia market, which is the Crest Group Berhad and for KHPT Holding Berhad. So for those owners who are interested, you guys can take part in the subscription and allocation. All right. And for tomorrow, I will be discussing on the operation of different teams in institution joint layout. All right.